How are you better now than you were your first year, Jonathan? Walk me through that.
I'm definitely being more patient and efficient. Like I mentioned, there are a lot of times where you get plays checked to you. There are a lot of times where you see a look and we don't have to check to it. We get the look that we want, and you kind of in your mind, you're smiling ear to ear, and then that's when you kind of lose the details because you just think, oh, this play is it's going to score. I'm going to score a touchdown, but that's not how it's designed. It's designed for you to score a touchdown if you remember all of your keys and all of your reads on the play. So just like everybody wants the ball, but when it's time to get the ball, can you hone in and focus on the details? Because there's another person across from you trying to stop you. So what's going to help you is your training and all of the practice that you put in throughout the week. So definitely being more patient and understanding that, hey, let me just hone in on all the little details in order to make sure this is an efficient play. And then if you get to that point in the play where now it's time for your athleticism and things like that to take over, go and make a play.
Do you wear a chip on your shoulder that you weren't drafted in the first round?
Of course, you always feel as though you think you put together a great body of work in college. And obviously we know at that time how they viewed running backs, and they felt as though across the league that you may not need an elite running back to kind of project the team into the positive direction, but you just think you put together a good body of work. So you just want to not only prove people wrong, but you want to prove the team that did right.
Well, I was sitting there on the draft when I heard your name called in the second round by the Colts, and I thought to myself two things. One, the Colts got themselves a winner, and they were lucky to get him in the second round. The other one was like, oh, thank God he's out of the Big Ten. That's what I thought. But, that's just my own personal issues with watching.
I got a lot of that. A lot of people are happy I'm not in the Big Ten.
Yeah, for sure. But I guess kind of the reason why I'm bringing all this up is just to be current. We saw Ashton Jeanty on Monday Night Football and taken off the field on third down, not part of 2-minute drills. The conversation in Vegas is, you drafted him so high. Why is he not getting some touches already in week number 2? And I'm wondering how that would land, not to turn you into an analyst, but you obviously have a body of work here now in year 6. What would you say about the difficulty of going from, big man on campus, Heisman Trophy type guy to the NFL, Jonathan?
It's definitely a transition. I mean, you talk about, obviously playing in a big conference, a tough conference, but now you're playing with the best among the best. And being able to not only transition to that type of physical transition, it's a mental aspect as well. Now you're going against elite defenses with elite players. So schemes change as well as offenses. Now you're learning more intricate details with offenses in order to handle these different defenses. So it's a lot to be thrown at a person, especially when you transition from being the guy to now trying to work your way into being a guy for your new current team. And it's going to take reps. It's only week 2. It's going to take reps, and eventually, it'll come and it'll click as you continue to study, as you continue to get those reps on the field. But it's definitely a transition, but you have to be mentally disciplined in order to kind of fight that learning curve.
And then just to cycle back to how we started this conversation about having a chip about not being drafted in the first round, Jonathan Taylor, you said back then there was a way that running backs were viewed in the NFL, that you don't really need an elite back in order to win. Do you feel it's now different? Do you feel you are part of a cadre of running backs that have changed the way the position is viewed in the NFL?
I do feel as though that we've been able to continue to push that narrative out of the window, not only myself, but other elite guys, Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry, McCaffrey, guys who have been able to push that narrative out of the window and still put together great bodies of work. But then there's still another younger generation who's going to take it to an even, higher level. Guys like Bijan, guys like Jahmyr Gibbs. So I think that there's still work to be done, but it's all going to be based on how we play on the field and how we go and show the world what the position that a running back can do and how that can put your team in a great position.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.